Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hi friends, I'm going to tell you druvopakyanam. Once upon a time there was a king named Uttanapadudu. He had two wives named Suniti and Suruchi. Suniti had the son named Dhruva. Suruchi had the son named Uttamudu. One day in Suruchi's palace, Dhruva came and saw his father and Uttamudu playing. Dhruva also wanted to play. Then Suruchi came and said, "You cannot play with your father or Uttamudu. You should pray for God to be in my son in your next life." Then Dhruva was sad, and he came to his mother and said, "Mother, I cannot sit on. Aunt said I cannot sit on my father's lap." Then his mother said, "You should just ask the Supreme Lord for anything you ask." Then Dhruva says okay. Then he wear all the stuff that sages wear. Then he left the kingdom. When he was in the forest, he met Narada Muni. Then he said, what should I pray for God?" Then Narada Muni said, "You should say Om Namo Narayanaya." Then Dhruva asked where to pray. Then Narada Muni says, "You should go pray at the banks of Yamuna." Then then Narada left and Dhruva left. Then Dhruva finds a bank spot. He sits there. On the first month, he ate three fruits for he eats 3 fruits for 6 days. Then on the second month, he eats 3 leaves for 6 days. Then on the third month, he drinks water for 10 days. Then he druvopakyanam means taking a deep breath. Then all the sages and gods ask Narayana to please remove the heat from the tapassu heat. Then Narayana leaves Vaikuntha and rushes to Dhruva. Then Narayana says that I am here, but then Dhruva says, "Please, I heard lot of voices like this in my past 5 months. Can you please appear in my manonetram?" Then he says, then he appears in his manonetram, then he opens his eyes and he thanks God. And he fell on his legs. And first he's so small that he does not know what to pray. Then Narayana puts his Panchajanyam on Dhruva's head. Then he says, "Vishnor Bukottanila Purvi Tasya Yasya Dvanidhanavadarpa Hanta Tan Panchajanyam Sisikoti Subram Sankam Sadaham Saranam Prapadhye." Then Dhruva prays to Lord the 12 slokas. Then he gave all the wishes to Dhruva. Then he thanked the Lord and left to the kingdom. And Narada Muni already told Uttanapadudu, Suniti and Suruchi that then Lord Narayana had appeared to Dhruva. Then when Dhruva came to the palace, Uttanapadudu, Suniti, Suruchi, Uttamudu already waiting for him. Then Dhruva namaskaras the Suruchi, Suniti, Uttanapadudu. Then they welcomed him into the palace. Then after sometime after many years, Uttanapadudu made Dhruva as the king of the kingdom. Then Uttanapadudu, and then he ruled the whole entire Bharatavani. He went entire Bharatavani. Then in the ending of his life, the Vishnu Dutas came and took him to the Lord, to the Vaikuntha. Then he thinks about his mom, that his mom took me to the great place. Then the Vishnu Dutta said that your mom is right next to you. Then he, nowadays we called the star as the polar star. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.